The stars shone brightly over the desolate expanse of the alien world where Captain Elias had crash-landed his ship. Lay in ruins, scattered across the violet sand. The air was thin but breathable, and strange bioluminescent plants pulsed softly in the twilight. He had been stranded for days trying to repair his communication device. When he first saw her, she emerged from the mist with silver skin and eyes like swirling galaxies. Her presence was ethereal, her movements graceful, as if she glided rather than walked. Elias had encountered many alien species in his time as an explorer, but none like her. She radiated an aura of quiet strength and deep wisdom. Yet there was something else, something warm, something almost human in the way she looked at him. She watched him from a distance at first, curiosity flickering in her gaze. Then she stepped closer, speaking in a melodious voice that somehow resonated in his mind without sound. She told him her name was Seraphia, and that she was the last of her kind. She had watched him struggle, had seen his resilience, had been drawn to his unwavering determination to survive. Though they were strangers from different worlds, a bond began to form between them. Seraphia showed Elias how to gather sustenance from the alien flora, how to harness energy from the luminous stones that dotted the landscape. She led him to hidden caverns where glowing crystals hummed with power. He was captivated by her knowledge, her patience, her kindness. And in turn, she was fascinated by his courage, his spirit, his unwavering hope despite the dire circumstances. Days turned to weeks, and their connection deepened through shared laughter, silent conversations, and the quiet comfort of knowing they were no longer alone. As Elias worked tirelessly to repair his distress beacon, Seraphia remained by his side, her presence a constant reassurance that he would not face his fate alone. Then one evening, as they sat beneath a sky streaked with swirling nebulae, she reached out and touched his hand, a gesture that sent a strange warmth through him. She gazed into his eyes and conveyed something that left him speechless. She wished to bond with him, to unite their spirits in a sacred ritual of her people, a proposal of eternal companionship. Elias was stunned. The idea was unexpected. Yet as he looked into her luminous eyes, he realized that the thought of leaving her behind filled him with an ache he could not ignore. He had come to cherish her in a way he had never imagined. In her he had found something more than friendship, more than admiration. He had found love. At that moment, the distress beacon sent out its signal, and the stars above shimmered, as if the universe itself was bearing witness to their choice. A choice not of necessity, but of the heart. Rescue would come soon. But Elias knew that when it did, he would not be leaving alone. He took Seraphia's hands in his own, and nodded a silent agreement, a promise that no matter the distance between their worlds, they would forge a new one together. As the days passed, they prepared for the arrival of the rescue team. Seraphia shared stories of her people, of the once thriving civilization that had long faded into memory. She spoke of ancient wisdom, of songs that could shape the elements of dreams that had been passed down for generations. Elias listened enraptured by the depth of her history, feeling a deep sadness for the loneliness she had endured. One night, as they stood atop a crystalline plateau watching the twin moons rise over the horizon, Seraphia revealed that she could travel beyond her form, that her consciousness could merge with the very fabric of the universe. She had chosen to stay corporeal, to remain with him. Elias was overwhelmed by the magnitude of her sacrifice, but she assured him that love was worth any price. She would walk beside him in his world, adapting, learning, growing, just as he had done in hers. The hum of distant engines signaled the arrival of his rescue team. They descended in sleek vessels, their uniforms stark against the alien backdrop. Elias felt a pang of hesitation as he turned to Seraphia. Her expression was serene, unwavering. He took her hand, guiding her forward towards the awaiting crew. Whispers of awe rippled through them as they beheld the luminous being at his side. Together, they stepped onto the ship, leaving behind the alien world. but carrying with them the promise of a future unbound by space or time, the union of two souls from different worlds bound by a love that defied the limits of the universe.